Hello again, everyone. This is Bionic Slime. I'm your online voice for reviews of your choice. Welcome to BS Reviews. Sorry I didn't get a review up sooner, but unfortunately I had finals to take care of, and school kind of takes priority over this. But now that the semester is over for me, I can get back to working on my anime reviews, starting with my next requested review from Elfin Lead 619, which requested the anime series Spice and Wolf. ただ一人迷い込む旅の中で Spice and Wolf is brought to by Funimation Entertainment and was originally written by author Isuna Hasakura. It is directed by Takeo Takahashi, who's directed such anime as Rosen Maiden and the sequel to the show, Spice and Wolf 2, with artwork done by Kazuya Kuroda, who's done artwork for such anime as Chrono Crusade and Master of Mesquitan. Stars the vocal cast of Brina Palencia as Holo, J. Michael Tatum as Kraft Lawrence, Jamie Marchi as Chloe, and Leah Clark as Nora. The plot of Spice and Wolf. Spice and Wolf takes place in the period which is kind of similar to Europe during the Middle Ages. We meet Kraft Lawrence, a merchant who is traveling from town to town on horseback, basically trying to make an honest living as a peddler. But as he's leaving, he finds an unwanted passenger in his cart. Turns out to be a naked, beautiful girl with wolf ears and a wolf tail. Her name is Holo. She is a 250-year-old wolf god deity in the form of a 15-year-old human girl. She used to be in charge of taking care of the harvest and the wheat and farming of the village. Unfortunately, the villagers have figured out how to take care of themselves and no longer pay any kind of tribute, respect, or even need for Holo to be there. Feeling rejected and depressed, Holo wishes to return to her homeland in the north. So she makes a deal with Lawrence that if he takes her there, she will pay off her debt and definitely make it worth his while. Lawrence and Holo have formed an unlikely partnership as they travel across the land, making deals with other merchants, doing business, escaping religious fanatics, and developing a tender but blossoming relationship as they travel across to find Holo's homeland. Review of the plot. You may have heard the phrase, actions speak louder than words. In this anime's case, the reverse is also true. The key thing that makes Spice Wolf so distinctly different and special from other anime series, it doesn't focus on fan service or action sequences. There are some in here, but they're minor. The focus here, above all else, character relationship formed between Holo and Lawrence. That's right. It's all about the dialogue, the interaction, and the relationship between this man and this wolf girl. This is one of the main things that drew me to the series. It is such a nice, welcome change to see a deep, well thought out, well fleshed out, rich character relationship where we focus just on the conversations and emotional development between Holo and Lawrence. It may sound boring to just focus on a bunch of people talking, but in truth, it's not boring at all. It's actually quite deep and quite emotionally riveting because we get a bit-by-bit breakdown to see how these two characters form a relationship and grow together as human beings. And it's really amazing that an anime could be so deep and so rich with such a small cast. It really actually makes sense when you think about it because it gives you more time to make these characters much more well-developed and more three-dimensional, and that they're not relying on cheap anime cliche personalities. No matter what the job or the plot or the setup is, the focus is still just Holo and Lawrence talking to each other, exchanging their own personal opinions, their views, teasing each other, having fun, experiencing danger. It's all about just them talking. And this to me was amazing because it really shows how to create a good relationship by doing it slowly and effectively with well-written dialogue that doesn't sound cheesy or unintelligent for either character and works perfectly off of each other's personalities that are balanced with such precision and perfection that you can truly believe that these two are growing closer together, forming a love and a relationship that feels plausible, believable. There are some other plot lines, but above all else, the focus is the relationship. And to me, this is the right way to do it because it makes the characters seem much more real, and it really makes the show interesting. You may think you'll get sick of them talking for 13 episodes straight, but trust me, it's worth every minute of it. Review of the characters. I've seen many relationships when it comes to anime series, but few have actually reach the plateau of awesomeness that Holo and Lawrence have. Because not only are they matched together so perfectly in terms of their personalities and how they just play off of each other, but the vocal talent that supports their voices is just truly amazing. Because this shows a true testament to a voice actor when you can talk this much and be that convincing the whole time. Brina Palencia is excellent as Holo, and she gives such a beautiful rendition to this wolf girl. She knows how to enhance her childlike personality traits, like when she wants apples and she's obsessed with apples, or when she wants to drink wine. And it really gives the character a sense of a unique personality because she has mixing traits of being very pride and stubborn, but also childlike and immature. And Palencia really gave the character such depth through all of her emotional reactions, especially when she's speaking more deeply or sincerely to Lawrence. You can really sense and feel the empathy in her voice of how she's trying to talk to Lawrence and grow closer to him as a person. J. Michael Tatum was equally magnificent as Lawrence. He always had a very fancy, kind of elegant sounding voice, in my opinion, so here it works perfectly. It gives the character a sense of an edge, like an experienced, wise old man who really knows what he's talking about, even though he is humbled from time to time by Holo. He really does know how to get into the more emotional aspects, like when he teases with Holo or plays off of her, and it really shows the dynamic between how both characters can be bringing the best out of these voice actors and vice versa. Jamie Marchi was very good as Chloe. She has a beautiful voice, but at the same time, she knows how to elevate it to make it sound like she's turned into a completely different character. She knows how to make her words count, and she really is up to the whole point of, hurting people with your words. She really got that nailed down. Leia Clark, very nice as Nora. A very nice and sweet character who really got the attitude and nature of the character down. She knows how to accentuate the fact that she's a young character, but still wise to the point that she is aware of certain things. And she makes a very amusing little counterpart character for Holo and Lawrence's little group, and I enjoyed her interactions with Lawrence because it really brought out some of her better vocal performances. The animation and the music. The animation is absolutely gorgeous. It is so beautifully and richly designed that it looks so believable that you could swear this was really happening. I mean, even with Holo's wolf-like appearance, the characters are given such an elegant appearance that it gives them a rich colorization that really shapes their bodies to such a realistic degree. The atmosphere and the surroundings are also excellently brought to life. You really get transported back to this whole Middle Ages kind of world, and it really works especially nice with the full moon sequences and the shots of the forest or the wolves. Music was absolutely fantastic. The opening theme was beautiful, deep, and just it really echoed the soul and heart of this anime. The ending theme was the exact opposite. It was cute, kind of quirky, kind of playful-like, and it gave a nice sense of levity to this whole seriousness. But the rest of the series music was really good because it really echoed its time. It sounded like, violins, old traditional musical instruments that really brought about this whole time. You really felt you were back in this world thanks to the music. And it knew exactly how to elevate and accentuate the deep emotional moments. Flaws about the show. Obviously, this anime is not going to work for everyone. It's kind of an acquired taste. People who like more fast-paced, action-loaded anime will not appreciate the slower, more dialogue-focused themes of the show. So, in that way, it's not going to really appeal to every audience. A more sincere flaw, however, is with the show's, what I like to call, shop talk use. You see, because Lawrence is a merchant, majority of the conversations with him and Holo revolve around his profession. And he uses a lot of terminology that not only goes over your head sometimes, but make certain important plot points really friggin' confusing. I had to watch this a couple times just to understand what the hell just happened. Because the characters are acting like, oh my god, what just happened? And I'm still like, wait, what the hell did he just say? It's not a terrible thing, but it does become annoying, and it does kind of ruin the intensity of certain dramatic plot developments. Final wrap-up, Spice and Wolf is not a perfect anime, but it is one of the best damn new anime series to come out in the past couple of years. It does get bogged down by its overuse of shop talk, I admit, and it is not an anime that will work for everyone's taste buds. However, if you're willing to give this show a chance, it amazes you just how riveting a show about dialogue can be. Holo and Lawrence are brought beautifully to life both in story and in vocal performance between Brina Palencia and J. Michael Tatum. This is an amazing show that really shows you that words can be just as powerful as actions, and it is by far one of the most authentic, realistic anime portrayal of a relationship couple formed on screen. You feel it, you believe it, and you love these characters, and you want to see where they're going and what's going to happen to them next. Bottom line, I give Spice and Wolf 4 stars out of 5. Well, that's all for now. This has been Bionic Slime for BS Reviews. Thank you all for listening, and goodbye for now.